Hey guys and people, yeah, I bet you are the same thing in definition. Okay, anyway, let's see. Today I'm gonna be reviewing over Goten, the Majin Buu Sega Goten. And he's Super Saiyan, as you can see with his girly blonde hair. Not really. Not girly. I mean, that's only if it goes really long and streak and everything. This is pointy and masculine, as you can see. Like he's powering up, like yeah, okay. Um. Let's see. As you can see, he's really small, like extremely small. So yeah, and I will give you a comparison with my previous toy that I just did in my review. Trunks. Haha. Yeah, he's scale with Cell Sega Trunks with Majin Buu Sega Goten. So it's like I took a time machine and you look really small. Ha. Okay. Yeah. Posability on this guy. He can look up, kind of, and he can look down, not so much. Kind of like all the other Dragon Ball Z figures that I have. His head can turn that way, and it gets like extremely stiff, and oh, I guess you can. So you can kind of get him in that flying pose. Yeah, so I guess it goes 360. His arms only have one, what is it? Joint, I guess, and it's at the shoulder. And it's a 360, you know, it goes forward and back, as what you would expect from a ball joint, like this. It goes up, and it still turns, yeah, blah, 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 blah. Same thing with this one, except this one's, his right arm's bigger because he has a straight arm. This one's smaller because he's kind of like bending his arm. And as you can see, he's like pointing, so it's like, you're in trouble, go over there. But I finally figured out why he has pointing hands. Whoa, why he has pointing hands. It's because in the Buu Sega, or Majin Buu Sega, he fuses with Trunks. Although it's not this Trunks, it's him at a smaller size, which makes him turn into the legendary Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, or however you pronounce his name. Anyway, so let's see, he has a waist joint that goes side to side, back and forth, and can turn, blah, blah, blah. And he also has a weird leg joint that's on a slant, basically, and so he can go like this. Now, the other thing that I figured out is that, you know, the fusion technique that they use, they kind of bend like that. So you can kind of put it in. Although this hand can't reach over his massive hair. So it's kind of like they can't fuse. So, you know, they have to kind of be like, and whatnot. But yet I kind of use it, if I'm going to put him in a stance, I kind of use this as like a kicking, you know, kind of stance. Like he's kind of kicking, like, and whatnot. Okay, and let me get down to the ankles. They go up that far. Okay, so he's kind of like leaning forward again, looking at like a ladybug. And, or a bug of some sort. And they go out that far for like a flying pose, if you can get him into a flying pose. And, you know, he can stand actually pretty nicely. The only problem is that sometimes he can't because, one, his massive hair, and two, they put the information on his foot. Well, you can't see it, but it kind of like, there's tiny bumps on his foot, which makes him a little unbalanced, so you kind of have to pose him like that. So, you know, this guy is extremely small. There's really nothing for me to talk about anymore. I mean, again, like I said in my previous review about Trunks, this is what you would expect from a Dragon Ball Z figure, if you get him. And I actually got this guy at Toys R Us for, I think, about $10. Yeah, it's crazy. They have crazy prices, but yet they keep a hold of toys like this, so I'm probably going to go there again, not very soon, but I'm going to try to look for more Dragon Ball Z figures. And so, yeah, I mean, for his, for being in my collection, I'm going to actually give him about an 8. No, I'm going to give him a 7. The only reason why I give him a 7 is because of lack of posability and how pale, and I didn't do this yet. They did a different paint with his hands, his neck, and his face. He's normal colored on his hands and his neck, but he's really pale in his face, so he looks like he's getting sick or something. He's like, my hair is too big, where's the camera, and whatnot. So, yeah, I'm gonna give him a 7 just because of the lousy paint job that they did on his head. But other than that, yeah, whoa, haha, outtakes, cool, yeah, that's about it. For my next review, I will be reviewing over Super Saiyan 1 Vegeta. Also from the Cell Sega, not the Boo, the Cell. And, that's just about it for my review. Just, I guess, stay tuned for my next one. And, as I said in my previous video, can you put down, like, a couple comments or, you know, a rating or something? I'm just asking. You don't have to, but I was just seeing if you would, because, yeah. Anyway, this is the end of my review. I am VenomFinks23, signing out with a cool toy review and stuff. Okay, bye now. Haha, yay, yay. Remember, comment or ratings and stuff, you know, like right there, right there, right there, yeah, right there, right there. You don't have to, but it would be cool to get some reviews. Anyway, okay, I'll see you guys later in my next review.